Time now to go beyond the headlines. Christine Romans is back. Joining me also, Pete Dominick, my good friend, host of Sirius XM Stand Up. Guys, take a look at this chart. If you are part of the red line, you're going to see a red line and a blue line emerge. You see, if you're part of that red line, congratulations. You are in the top 5% income bracket in the United States. Almost everyone else, however, sorry, your wages have been stagnant for the past 30 years. And in fact, this chart goes back to 1917. Your wages have been largely stagnant for a very long time. Christine, you talk about this a lot. I have heard you talk about this for years. The fact that the middle class is disconnected from progress and growth. How did this happen?
How did it happen? Did it happen because of globalization? Did it happen because we don't have a manufacturing policy in this country or really a national economic strategy? Did it happen because we sort of outsource those things to big multinational corporations who are looking for other countries for their profit and growth? I mean, it's a combination of a lot of different things, but the bottom line is when you're talking about the American dream, which is to do better than the generation before you, unless you're in that top line, that ain't happening.
You have a red shirt, much like the top 5%, Christine.
I am not.
You love to, let's go to the wall. You love to go to the wall. Let's go to the wall. Let's go to the wall. Let's look at the wall because I want to examine politics, all right? I don't know where I don't know where 1981 is, but I think it's somewhere around here. We've just talked about, you just talked about who these people are and who these people. These are people, right? Yeah. These are people, these are people. Yeah. These are voters, these are voters.
People, yeah.
These people got these people to vote for their interests. Period. That's it. There you go. These people are still voting for their interests because these
toward the end here. This is that manufacturing jobs disappeared and markets started to take off.
Wait, you could lay another graph over this. The demise of unions starts right around here, right? When unions are strong, wages are strong for union workers who are middle class, who are union or not. I love the light.
Economist Pete Dominick, everyone.
Politics. It's not economy.
Pete brings. Okay, so here's a remarkable point, Pete. The rich got the average, the middle class, to vote for policies that sustain them. Policies like, for instance, extending a tax cut to the wealthiest in society. Christine, explain the psychology there. Explain why 95% of the people support a system that enriches the top 5%.
Dream. They're going to be there. They're going to be them someday, Allie.
I know, but, you know, Rick Newman from U.S. News and World Report put it so well. He said, this recession has made the wall between the haves and the have-nots a lot harder to climb.
Interesting.
And that's, I think, that's...
All right, well, here's another thing I want to talk to you about. As if the middle class hasn't been battered enough, food and clothing prices, you know this, they're going up as a result of rising global commodity prices. Christine, quickly walk us through this.
This was the big story, the money story of the week, guys. So look, you're talking about companies that are starting to say we can start passing along these higher raw materials prices, and that's going to be everything from meat to poultry to eggs. You're already seeing that. You've got grains prices that are historic. Then you take a look at cereal. Could be up 3 to 4%, or maybe
the packages
get smaller, or they have fewer manufacturers.
Why is toothpaste going up?
Palm oil, and even some of these things that go into beauty products, those have been going up. Apparel, cotton prices are at record highs. They've more than doubled.
Notice at 10%.
At 10%, you're going to see. I mean, this is a great Stand Up Money story. You're going to see really, you're going to see kind of chintzy T-shirts and jeans that have fake pockets because they can't afford to put all the.
Look at this. This doesn't affect me. I don't eat meat. I don't eat breakfast. I use baking soda. I go naked and don't have a refrigerator. Here's one thing. I have a question for you. What's the top ingredient in cornflakes? Corn, right? Isn't it actually labor?
Oh, well, that's one of the top ones. And now that's a very good point because you look at refrigerators. Whirlpool, LG have said they're going to be raising prices. One of the reasons is they have moved overseas. Many of their manufacturing facilities. Guess what? Prices are rising. It's also costing more to ship stuff halfway around the world to come back because of fuel costs. So labor prices are going up from the quote-unquote cheap labor markets. So it's a lot of different things.
Good to see you both. As always, a very animated discussion. It's the first time I've ever seen Pete Dominick play an economist. Very nice. Good to see you, Pete. Great to see you as always.
It's politics.
You're right. It is politics.